Okay, by raise of hands, who here would like to fly? Okay, mostly everyone. Well, snowboarding is a lot like flying because there's no friction between the snow and your board. So it just feels like you're gliding, and I think it's one of the best feelings ever. These are my snowboarding goggles. Almost everyone who snowboards has a pair of their own. I've been snowboarding since I was 12 years old, and I rely on these every winter when I go up to the mountains. First, I'm going to talk about how these goggles are used and how they represent the culture. And then secondly, I'm going to talk about how I identify myself with this culture. These goggles represent the skill and safety all snowboarders must have when they're performing the sport. They fit on just like this, pretty simple over your head or your helmet. They function like a pair of sunglasses would. They're tinted on the inside and the outside to reduce the glare from the sun reflected by the snow. Because believe it or not, you can actually get a really bad sunburn from the sunlight off the snow. Another reason why they're used is because the snow from the air or the ground is going to get in your face and eyes somehow. So the goggles will protect your face and eyes and help you see where you're going. The snowboarding culture involves a lot of skill and technique, and goggles can make a huge difference. When you're snowboarding, details in the snow, like little cracks or stones you might want to avoid, are better seen with the goggles on. Like goggles, other equipment such as boots and the size of the board will help you determine what way you want to ride, such as like going fast or going up bigger jumps. It all depends on what type of equipment you have. Another reason, the right equipment is key to being successful in this sport, like all other sports, really. Now that I've talked about how the goggles represent the culture and how they're used, I'm going to talk about how I'm a part of this culture. When I was 12, I got hooked on snowboarding because my friend invited me up to go one time. And I really sucked at first, but after like a few days, I was able to go down the mountain without falling at all. Snowboarding is a group sport for me. It's a culture for me because I get to hang out with all my friends, and we carpool and go up to the mountain and just have fun. So now that you have a better understanding of how goggles are used and how they represent the sports culture, and how I identify myself with this culture, I hope you appreciate the sport a little bit more. And first, I went over how the goggles represent the culture and how they're used, and second, I went over how I'm a part of this culture. So now that you know more about snowboarding, I hope you all will try it one day, at least once in your life. Thanks.